Hey everyone, it's Emma. Today I wanted to go through with you guys some of the information to prepare y'all for DCDC or a district competition because it's coming up right after break. Before I do that, a quick LT DECA reminder. You guys should have all paid your $25 district DCDC fee, which is that one that was paid on online school fees. If you haven't done that for whatever reason, you need to come to LT and bring a check to Ms. Sherman to LTHS DECA in all caps. And you need to do that as soon as possible. Also, we talked about this in Super Saturday, but I really want to emphasize doing this Intuit Innovation Challenge. It's super easy. You're going to go with 3 to 5 people, fill out our interest form, and then submit your entry via this link, this Judgify Me link over here. It is a 3-minute video about addressing a sustainable solution to climate change. You guys can all meet on Zoom and do it very quickly. All I ask is that you fill out the interest form by tonight so that we know. The reason why we're heavily emphasizing this is so that we can get our Global Entrepreneurship Campaign, which is basically an award for the entire chapter. You will also be given 1 to 3 volunteer hours. If you believe you and your group did a good amount of work, then you can ask for 3 volunteer hours and that will be given to you. Additionally, over break, if you want to make some DECA memes, we're also volunteering. We're also offering volunteer hours for that, but we highly encourage you guys to do the Intuit Innovation Challenge because that one's really important as well. But you're free to do both. Now that the LT DECA reminders are out of the way, I'm going to start talking about the district CDC information. As you guys know, it's going to be all virtual, but there are a lot of things that are unknown about it, so I'm going to go through some of that. First, there's 2 windows. December 3rd to 5th is for role plays, and December 7th to 10th is for testing. Role plays for principals, personal financial literacy, and all team decision-making events will be held and opened up Thursday, December 3rd from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you can access it as soon as 9 a.m. and you can submit up until 6 p.m. Individual series, yours is the same thing, but it's going to open up Friday, December 4th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Keep in mind that competition is going from Thursday to Saturday, and you want to make sure that, I know all of us are busy with school, so if you have a partner and if you have a busy schedule, make sure to fit a time slot into that day where you can submit your entry. Next, for your testing and submission window, that is from December 7th to 10th. Everybody is going to be doing that, but for LT DECA, you must submit your testing by December 9th, not the 10th. So although, again, to reiterate, this says December 7th to 10th, Ms. Williams wants everybody to send it in by December 9th. Testing will occur from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Also, in case you guys were wondering, I am on this link of a website that DECA has provided. We will attach this link either in the description or the reminder or something like that so you guys gain access to it. But when you get to competition, so on December 3rd, these links will open up. If I click on it right now, it will only take me back to this main page, so they don't actually work. But what we're going to go through today are these student instructions. So, like I said, I just clicked on it. I'm back at the same page. These links will not open up for your event until when your event opens up. So if I'm team decision, that's going to open up for me December 3rd at 9 a.m. In this website, you'll find these student instructions, which is what we'll be going through next. So for all virtual events, I suggest printing this out or saving this PDF somewhere, but all your solutions must be recorded in one real-time presentation, no editing or visual effects, so not even iMovie transitions or anything like that. You can record on any type of device as long as you can convert it to the type of link that they want, which we will talk about that soon. This next bullet right here is important. Team decision making competitors. I know that you could imagine sitting next to somebody and maybe doing it on one video, but for this competition, they are wanting you to, all 2 to 3 team members need to be on something like a Zoom call or a Microsoft Teams call, and you need to do your role play there. They do not want to see 2 people in the same screen. This is really important because it could get you disqualified. Make sure to select gallery view, not speaker view, so that you can see all participants. Students must always be visible. Your presentations must be, for individual events, at a 10-minute maximum and team decisions at a 15-minute maximum. So your raw video clip has to be within that time limit. You must be dressed in business professional attire. Whether you have a DECA blazer or not, most of us don't. Make sure, and you all know what business professional is. If not, I suggest you definitely look it up. Make sure you are dressed professionally. Obviously, make sure it's only you guys in that presentation, no parents or siblings or anything. Your team may not use for role play events for everybody. Except for the written events, which is separate. Most of us do not have written events. I'll talk about that a little later. But you may not use a PowerPoint or slide deck. You may not screen share anything. It is just you guys on Zoom in a gallery view. In terms of handwritten or hand-drawn items, you can do that. However, they should not be fancy. In a normal district competition, you are given a blank paper and a pencil. So just like this is all I would use for my visuals if I wanted to use visual aid. I know we come up with lots of creative ways during role plays, business cards, diagrams, things like that. You can do it and just show it like I am now, show it on your Zoom call. But they should not be printed out flyers, they should not be big posters, they should not have colors on them. I know colored pens is a big thing. Make sure to just use a pencil, a number 2 pencil, and paper. This is also a big thing. Make sure, if your recording is conducted at home, which most of us will be, if you'd like to go out into your backyard, that's okay as well. But it must not be in a bedroom or a bathroom. And what they mean by that is they do not want to see your bed and they do not want to see your shower. To be safe, I would go to a living room or a backyard or something like that and make sure your background is blank and nice and professional. Once you guys are done with your raw footage of your 10 or 15 minute video, depending on your event, you're going to upload your video to either YouTube or Vimeo.com and set the settings to unlisted, private or unlisted, but I would say unlisted, just so that whoever's getting your event can just click the link and they can view your video. Once you do that, on competition day, we will be sending out a role play submission form with you and your partner's email. You need to make sure you fill this out before that deadline because Ms. Williams will be, once you do it through that Google form, that's our LT way of saying, hey, you submitted it, but you will not have officially submitted it until Ms. Williams takes all of our submissions from that form and inputs it into their database. Okay, so now we're at virtual testing. Again, that's going to be from December 7th to 10th. And December 7th to the 10th is Monday to Thursday. And December 3rd to the 5th is a Thursday to a Saturday. So keep in mind that these are happening on the weekdays, so you need to adjust your schedule to that. And this is because DECA Incorporated is doing a whole new thing this year, but just keep in mind those dates. I believe they will be using the same platform that we usually do for practice tests, like AnswerRight.com. And that is typically what we would normally do, is for new members, we would just go in and take the test on Answer Right. This year, however, there are a few changes. Before I get into those though, when it says be sure to check with your advisor to confirm whether you should be testing at a specific day/time, this is true for us. You will need to test. There's no testing that is going to be happening on December 10th. You will need to test from December 7th to December 9th. So the latest you can test is December 9th. Have it done by December 9th at 7 p.m. Usually testing is 90 minutes, but this year it was being reduced to 75 minutes. 75 minutes for 100 questions. This is because this year it's going to be open notes. You can use any of your study materials, textbooks, study guides. It's all open note. All questions will be randomized, and only one question will appear on the screen at a time. So it says here students can take their exam either at home or at school. For LT, we are not doing anything at school so that we do not have 200 people in the school at a time, but you're going to take your exam at home within that testing slot window. For tech information, you're going to need to either use Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge. I know some of you use Safari, so you might want to consider switching, and you can read more of the information over here. One thing that I saw is your browser must have JavaScript enabled. For Chrome users, I'm going to show y'all how to do that right now. So you're going to go to Chrome and click on the three dots for more, and you go to your settings. Once you're there, you're going to type in JavaScript just at the main settings search bar. And you'll see in your site settings there's one thing for JavaScript, and as you can see, mine says allowed. Just wanted to make sure y'all knew about that because I know I didn't. So yeah, make sure to do that beforehand. But in terms of virtual testing and role plays, that's all the information for that. For written events, I know this is only a couple of you, so I'm just going to scroll through this PDF. If you would like to look at more of the details, make sure to go on that link that we will send you, which has all of this information that I'm presenting in this video. For written events, you should already be started on your presentation and your report and everything like that. If you have any questions, email Ms. Williams. If you're unfamiliar with uploading to either YouTube or Vimeo and wanted to scroll through this as well, screenshot it or go onto the website itself. Also, quick reminder again, make sure to make it unlisted so that anybody with the link, anybody who's judging your event, can watch your video. Now that we've gone through practically all the information that we know so far, hopefully we will get, for those role plays and the testing, there will be certain codes and passwords that we may need as competitors. So our advisor is Ms. Williams, and she will get that information to us as soon as possible. So we've been preparing you all year for this district competition, but if you're still a little lost and want to know what can I do to study, I want to briefly go over that before we end this video. Some updates to our website include a forums, links, and more page, all of the meeting slides from our previous meetings, and helpful for most competitors, a strong role-play guide for your roadmap as to what you should be putting into those 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whether based on what type of your event you're doing. Additionally, to study your event, you can go to clusters based on whatever event you have. Let's say I have a finance event. I can find the specific guidelines, PIs, which are important. Remember those PIs for role plays, sample exam, and event, as well as some personal tips that our officers made and additional resources. So these are all of the practice exams. So these are the exams that you would want to practice for your testing on December 7th to the 10th. Helpful Quizlets. Remember, each officer pairing made a practice role play and gave even more tips specific to how our LT DECA students succeed, and then sample role plays, which is what you can use to practice for that December 3rd to 5th window. So that's all I had for this video. I wanted to send you guys to break with a lot of good information, and I wanted you guys to feel as prepared as you can be for the different scenario and type of competition we'll be facing this year. Also, a huge thank you to our entire officer team for our website team for creating this website, and for our other VPs and officers for preparing you guys for that interim test and preparing our campaigns that we're doing, including that Intuit Innovation Challenge and the DECA memes and everything like that. We're working really hard for you guys this year, and we wish you the best at competition. Make sure to study over break, but still relax, and I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving break.